Everybody wants more money, everybody wants freedom, but very few people are willing to do the work in the same things over and over again when they get boring, difficult, and repetitive. Because wanting more sounds good, but consistency is what actually gets you there. I'm Matt Joffrey, founder of Full Circle Asset Recovery and Surplus Fund Secrets. We've recovered over $15 million in this space, and I can tell you from personal experience, this business works. And you can make more money here than in a lot of other industries. But it rewards consistency and it exposes excuses fast. And that's the part most people don't want to hear. There are people right now sitting on businesses, ideas, opportunities, courses, contacts, leads, and skill sets that could change their entire life. But they're waiting for the right motivation. They're waiting for the perfect time. They're waiting for the market to change. They want a bear market. They're trying to build more confidence. They want to get more prepared. They're waiting for someone to make it easier. And that's why they stay stuck. Because the people who win are not always the smartest people. They're not always the most talented. They're not even always the most connected. They're just consistent and they start and they keep going. When it gets boring, when it gets uncomfortable, they keep going. They figure it out. That's why Surplus Funds is such a real business model. Because it doesn't care how you feel. There is money owed to people. It's tied up in a legal and procedural maze. Families don't know this money exists. They don't know they have access to it. They don't know how to get access to it, or they don't have the money to be able to get the access to it. There are court records, foreclosures, tax overages, tax sales, mortgage sales, bankruptcy claims, heirs, owners, claims, all sitting right there. You're sitting on the data. It's free, it's public knowledge, and it's very easily verifiable. And the truth is, this is one of the cleanest opportunities out there in a very low barrier of entry. You're not creating something from nothing. You're stepping into something where the money already exists, but none of it matters if you're not willing to do the research, get the education, call, follow up, listen, educate, and finish. Most lies entrepreneurs tell themselves. Most people don't have an opportunity problem. They have an execution problem. They tell themselves, I need more leads, more software, a better market, more confidence. I need someone to show me how to do it again. No, a lot of people need to stop lying to themselves because in business and life, the money or the answer is usually hiding behind the thing that you keep avoiding. The phone calls, the follow-ups, the messages, the emails, that to-do list that you keep skipping over, leaving the same 3 bullet points to do the other task that's kind of meaningless. But that's where the money is. And we all know the things that we need to do. And in this business, when you actually do those things and you do it the right way, it's not an if, it's a when. And you are gonna make a lot of money. And you're gonna help a lot of people along the way. Surplus Funds is just not some cute side hustle where you click 3 buttons and you get rich. But it's also not some impossible gauntlet. It's a real business that pays extremely well if you work it the right way. This business, like others, will expose your weaknesses. It's going to expose whether you can research, whether you can read a court document or a docket, whether you can verify ownership, title, whether you can talk to people, whether you can handle rejection, whether you can stay organized, whether you can follow up and not act desperate, whether you're serious or you're just excited for a little bit. And that's why I like this business, because it's not fake. You either did the work or you didn't. You either contacted the person and closed them or you didn't. The emotional truth, a lot of people just say they want to make a lot of money, but they don't want to take the emotional cost of actually making that money. They don't want to feel stupid in the beginning. They don't want to ask dumb questions. They don't want to get hung up on. They don't want to mess up to learn. They don't want to look at themselves at the end of the day and admit that they barely worked. But that's true entrepreneurship. That's sales. That's business. It's life. And that is Surplus Funds. You're dealing with real families, real money, courts, attorneys, documents, real timelines, and real outcomes that can change your life. You don't get to just play business here. You either become the type of person who can handle the responsibility or you get exposed. How you actually win. You win by becoming boringly consistent. It sounds cliche. It's not sexy. It's not flashy. It's consistency. You build your list. You verify. You research. You follow up. And you repeat, repeat, repeat. It's not an if, it's a when. That's the game. It's really not magic. It's not luck, And it's not motivation. It's consistency plus pure discipline. And when you do it the right way, this business can outperform most industries because the value is already built into the opportunity. You don't need to be special to win in this business, but you can't be lazy. You can't be soft. You can't quit every time something gets hard. You can't disappear after 2 bad calls. You can't send one message and say you tried to research these people. You can't say you want millions and then work like someone who's average. Surplus funds is one of the cleanest opportunities out there, and I'm the living proof showing you how to do it. The money, it's already owed. These people need your help. They have to be found. They need to be educated, informed, and guided to get these funds back. But this business is only going to reward you if you're willing to do the work. So ask yourself honestly, are you actually going to do what it takes? Or are you just talking about what you want without backing it up? If you're serious about learning the surplus fund business the right way, not the lazy way, not the fake guru way, not the shortcut way, then follow this page. Watch these case breakdowns and start studying what we're actually doing every day. This business is real. It's very doable and it pays. Only if you're willing to do the work, be consistent, and actually grind like it matters.